Hi, this is Marty and welcome. Have you ever pondered this idea that worry could actually be productive? I know if you're a law of attraction person, that would be like, no frickin' way. Is there anything productive about worrying? But check it out from this standpoint. When I was little, I got in the habit of worrying. And what I came to realize about myself is I actually had a belief underlying all that really by worrying, I'd stay on alert and I could bypass some imminent danger that could come my way. So, in that regard, worrying was truly productive for me as far as how I had it lined up in my head, that worrying was actually keeping me safe. And see if that feels true to you. Because when we come to realize that, it starts to take the judgment out of whatever thoughts pop in our head. And the thing that I have come to realize too is I cannot stop the thoughts that pop in my head. I've tried. And that's where the self-judgment starts coming in and getting pretty big. Like, oh my God, I'm worrying again. Oh God, I should stop worrying. Well, I've tapped on that already. What am I doing? I cannot stop that. No sooner than I can hold back the tide. And Eckhart Tolle has this practice. So if you can, close your eyes right now and ask yourself this question. I wonder what thought is going to come next. See what happens. The first time I did that, I noticed it actually took a little bit for a thought to come in. And then the thought came in and I could not have told you what that thought was going to be. I might have thought I'd be able to tell you because when it started to come in, it's like, oh, that's the thought. But I had no idea truly what that thought would be. So if you try to stop your thoughts, just try and really check in with that and see if that really is possible for you. I think you're going to find, no, I can't stop my thoughts, but I can interrupt them. So when we start to notice our thoughts, we bring into awareness our thoughts. And sometimes you can go through this phase where you're like, oh my God, I think I'm getting worse. I notice I have these thoughts all the time. If you're doing this work, what often happens is it does kind of feel that way because you've opened up Pandora's box and now your awareness is heightened. So it feels like, oh my God, I'm kind of getting worse. What am I doing this for? But what is actually happening is what has been unconscious in you has now become conscious. And if you think about the beauty of that is you can do something about things you're conscious of. The unconscious, there's not much you can do about that. So when thoughts become conscious to you and you notice them and then you start to take the judgment out of like, I can't stop that thought, but you interrupt it, that's where real power and true transformation and change begins. So try that and see, just notice, start to notice thoughts and then notice, interrupt, do a quick tapping sequence like, oh God, there I am, I'm worried again. Oh, I'm afraid that's going to happen. But I see that I'm actually protecting myself. Do some little interruption like that or ask yourself the in the moment questions. Right here, right now, really, is there anything that I really need to worry about in this exact moment right now? And if you really get into the moment, you're going to find the answer is no. So with that said, let's just do kind of a quick tapping round just for the worrying piece and kind of prep it up. So start on the karate chop. Even though I know how to worry, I've had this habit for a while. I choose to acknowledge myself anyway. Even though I know all about worry, I've done it for so long. I choose to accept myself no matter what. Even though I'm familiar with worry, and I get that I judge myself about it, I choose to love and accept myself anyway. I worry. And then I get mad at myself for worrying. But I'm starting to see I can't stop the worrying thoughts, but I can interrupt them. And that's how I can change them. The more I notice them, the more I'm aware of them, the more I can keep interrupting them and affect lasting change. It's kind of a relief to know I can't stop the thoughts, but I can interrupt them. That I can do. So I set the intention right here and now to notice my worry when I can and interrupt the worried thoughts. And I'll see what a difference that will make. I can be grateful for awareness because I know what's been unconscious is now becoming conscious. And that's where my power lies, to affect true lasting change. Take a breath. And just see what happens for you over this next period of time. Start noticing, wow, I'm just becoming more aware of my thoughts. And oh, wow, I can interrupt them now. And sometimes you'll forget and fall asleep. We all do that. And then go, oh, okay. Oh, wow, there it is again. I caught it. Oh, I interrupted it. And notice over time how it really starts to shift for you. So thanks so much for being here. And I'll see you next time. Take good care.